Good afternoon, everyone. Andy Jacob here with the DotCom magazine Entrepreneur Spotlight Series, and we have a great entrepreneur on the show today. We have Miss Citlali Chevaili, and she is the CEO of a company called Seabenefit, and it is such a super cool business. We are so excited to have Citlali on the show today. She provides the ultimate bathing experience. She uses seaweed and kelp to provide radiant skin. She has some of the samples behind her that she's going to show us all about it. She is really doing a great job. So many people are using her products. She has amazing reviews online, and she's really come across something that's really remarkable. And Citlali, it's really a pleasure to have you on the show today.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here as well.
Well, thank you so much. Let's pull the lens back because this is very exciting, what you're doing in the skincare business with this ultimate bathing experience, the ultimate beauty experience, if you will. Let's tell people about Seabenefit and what it's all about.
Thank you. Well, as you know, everybody has to bathe every day. And I thought we could do something to improve it so that it's actually a better experience, something pleasant, that it's also doing something good for you. So what we have, it's a very simple concept. It's a soap, but it also has 7 botanicals, seaweed as well as other botanicals, and it comes in a loofah. So you have a soap inside, and it's wrapped in a natural sisal fiber loofah. And what you do when you shower, you grab it and you massage at the same time as you bathe. So in this simple process, what you're doing is doing 3 things. You're bathing, you're exfoliating, and if you do it correctly, which there's almost no wrong way to do it, but if you follow a certain pattern and you massage in circles from the bottom of your feet to the top towards the heart in the left to right motion, you will be helping your lymphatic system to drain a little bit of the toxins we carry in our body. So you can do 3 things at once every day in your shower, and it's a wonderful product.
Wow, I love this idea. I'm already looking at what you've put together here, and I'm saying to myself, I have to have this product. I mean, this is unbelievable. So you have a soap that's inside a loofah. So you don't have to use soap, use a loofah, use something else, use a moisturizer.
It's one of those, yes, you don't use a brush, you don't use a squeegee, you don't use a towel. And this loofah is natural. And it's not abrasive to the skin. It only naturally lifts the dead skins. And now if we, on top of everything it does, if you consider the problem we're having right at this second in the whole world, in which hygiene and keeping our hands clean is very important, this also does a 4th task, which is it will lift any, of course, dirt, but of course, viruses. So when you exfoliate with this, your hands, your body, you make sure you're taking off absolutely everything that could be stuck to your skin.
I love the idea. Obviously, it makes sense. You've taken 4 different problems and combined them into one product that works on all 4 at the same time. That's really, really remarkable, Citlali. I like it a lot.
Thank you.
So let's talk a little bit, because you mentioned there's a certain direction in which you need to rub your body to get the lymphatic system moving in the right direction and getting some health benefits. Let's explain that a little bit to the viewing audience.
Yes, it only has to do to the way our blood system and everything works, and it's in the going towards the right. So what you do, you start on your feet. And you massage up in circles, one leg all the way towards your heart, then your other leg, again, all the way towards your heart, your hands, and then this just kind of pushes everything out. Our lymphatic system does not have a pump of itself. So we need to do either some exercise or massage or lymphatic massage. We could also do this ourselves by massaging, but to say the truth, who takes the time? So this is a simple way, 3 to 5 minutes you can do in your shower every day, and you're helping yourself in 3 different ways. Or 4.
I love it. I love it. Now let's talk about the compartment or the outside of the soap, the loofah itself. It looks like it's an ingenious, almost handmade type of design if we look at it. How did you come up with that, and what is that made of?
It's made out of a sisal fiber, and it's Ute plant. It's grown in Mexico, and you just have like a nice long string, and you knit it. Another nice thing about these knits are that they're made in Mexico. They're mostly handmade, and they're made by a lot of women or people that sometimes live in remote areas, and they would not have access to another form of a job at the moment. It's something they can do at home. They don't need to travel. So it's a very nice product that's handmade.
That's beautiful. So you also have a social mission, is that you have people in some remote areas of Mexico making the loofah for the product, which is really great. And I love hearing that so much. There's so many good things that you're doing with Seabenefit. It's very, very interesting. Now, the soap itself, Citlali, let's talk about that a little bit. Is it a seaweed and kelp compound? Exactly how do you make that soap, and why is it so great? Why are you getting so many amazing reviews about the product?
Yes, like I said, it has 7 botanicals, some of which is the Pacific seaweed that we harvest from what we call the Mexican Riviera in Mexico. It also has some sage, and sage, as we know, it's also very good. You can also eat it. You can season your food with it. We have some of the other components. They're here. We have coltsfoot. We have rosemary. We have gotu kola. We have melissa. So we have different products that all combine together. If you were to buy 7 different soaps, it would cost you 7 times more. So instead, you're having 7 botanicals, the loofah. So you have several products combined in one. That's why it makes such a special.
I love it. So you've taken all the good stuff and put it into one product for your customer, which is really, really interesting and really amazing. Now, I know you've got a bowl behind you.
Yes.
And I know you wanted to sort of show our viewers and show your customers a little bit about sort of the motion that you want to use for the Seabenefit bar, if you will. So let's show a little bit about that, because I find it so interesting that you've been able to take all the great stuff and put it into one bar. You surround the bar by the loofah. You get 4 different amazing effects by using this product when you take a shower or a bath. It's really unique, really interesting. So show us how it works.
So you grab your soap, you soak it in some water. You let the water get in between the soap and the loofah, and you will massage toward in circles like so. And you see it begins to lather, begins to exfoliate. And your skin is refreshed and renewed.
Wow, I bet you feel nice and soft right now in that little area,
nice,
right?
soft, revitalized.
That's awesome. That is really great. I love what you're doing. There are some other products also on the shelf behind you, Citlali. Do you also have some other products, or is this the main product for Seabenefit right now?
This is the main product, but we have other products that are also seaweed-based. We have a seaweed shampoo, seaweed conditioner, seaweed body creams, seaweed toning things for your face, some creams. And then we also have a nice new soap that it's seaweed with some Dead Sea black mud from the Dead Sea in Israel.
Wow.
We have a toning gel that you can also go along. It has all the same ingredients as my soap, but this way, when you apply it to your body, it dries within 5 minutes, and you can get dressed, and you get some more of the benefits of the 7 botanicals that I add in the soap in the gel. I also have some hard to find makeup or mascaras from Mexico, hard to find in the US. But the main product is the seaweed soap.
Wow, so I can see this almost being like a complete regime where you go into the bath or shower, you use the Seabenefit bar, it makes your skin soft and baby-like and amazing and perfect. You come out of the shower or the bath, you dry off, and then use another one of the Seabenefit products to sort of, moisturize more once you come out?
Exactly. You can moisturize. You can even use that time again to slightly massage your own skin. And it's a nice, it's a total regime. That's why we call it the ultimate bathing experience. You come out rejuvenated, energized, and to say the truth, who can go to a spa and get one of those $500 spa treatments in which you soak in sea kelp and just relax? It's beautiful, but and at this moment, some places you cannot even do it. So you can bring the spa at home.
Now, based on the reviews, it sounds also that it smells very delightful as well. Tell us about that.
Because my product is unisex, it can be used by men, women, anybody. I try to keep it in a neutral scent, and what I use is green tea. So it has a really beautiful green tea scent that it just revitalizes your senses.
I love it. I love it. And people all over the world do watch this show. Is this available to be ordered all over the world, or is it right now a North American product?
It's mostly North America, but we also have it in, as a lot of people have their products in Amazon. So it can be shipped. We're opening a fiduciary in Europe. So very soon we'll be able to distribute from Europe too. But it's also available in Canada as well.
So Citlali, this is amazing that you've been able to develop this product, this whole idea of this 4-in-1 soap with Loofah that gives you 4 different opportunities to improve your health is really, really remarkable. I love it so much. And when we think about this, people are going to be watching saying, well, how did Citlali come up with this idea? Because this is a brilliant idea. She's doing so well with Seabenefit. Is there a story of how you even came up with this entire idea?
Yes, I am originally from Mexico. And in some of our Latin American countries, we women really try hard to find different things to try to maintain what you have. Nobody is born a supermodel. So you just try to keep what you have and work with it and try to remain as in as good condition and good health as you can. So this is a product that in Mexico has been used before in a different take with different variations and a lot less botanicals. But I came up with this really incredible formula and started making them several years ago. And I've been importing them and selling them here, making it available to the public in America for several years now.
I love it. I love it. So it's great. And Citlali, we have a lot of younger entrepreneurs that watch the show, a lot of startup founders that are working their way through their business. And typically for successful entrepreneurs like you who have been able to put together this amazing Seabenefit business model and this platform and this product, obviously, tell our younger entrepreneurs, maybe you can give them some words of wisdom about what it takes to start your own business and what it takes to fulfill the promise of trying to become an entrepreneur.
Thank you. Well, I would say the very first thing is you have to be passionate about what you do. It does not matter what it is you want to do, want to accomplish, want to sell, want to create, want to, if it's an application, you can create your own application. You do need to be passionate because business is not a straight line. they make it believe like you just start, you have an idea, you go up and you're going to sell a lot. Yes, in a perfect world. But as we know, we don't live in a perfect world and we have to be adjusting. So first you have to have an idea that you're passionate about, that you believe. You have to have the why. It is very important to know why you're doing this. And it has to be more profound than just because I want to make a lot more money. Money is a secondary thing that will come when you really have a reason of why you want to do your particular idea. And then you have to be, you have to keep going even when things don't go your way, and you have to adjust, I would say. The perfect example is right now with the pandemic. We all have to shift our gears and think of different ways to keep accomplishing what you already have, what you're already doing, and deliver it in a different way, in a different format. If you get stuck into this is the way I want to do it and there's no other way, it's very easy to find difficulties and not be able to overcome them. Instead, if you're open to possibilities, and always have plan A, plan B, and plan C. And think of those 3 plans as well. The very first plan has to be as well thought out as your third plan. That way, reality will tell you which plan is working and you focus on that plan.
Citlali, I love that so much. That makes all the sense in the world. And let's talk again about the why, because one of the things when I listen to you and the people watching the show are going to garner from this interview is there's a very special thing that you're doing for some people down in Mexico in these outlying areas. And tell us a little bit more about that. I would imagine that these people who are working and putting the soaps together for Seabenefit are just so delighted to have this opportunity and so excited and so thankful that you provide this opportunity to them. Let's talk about that a little bit more. I would imagine you have some great stories of some people that are just thrilled that they've been able to help you manufacture your amazing product.
Thank you. Well, I do have an incredible team behind me, and it's comprised of different parts. And what I do is that I give work to all these people that have separate entities, and then I put all the different parts together to create the soap. Some of these people are just so full of life, so energetic, so happy, and they love what they're doing. Each one does a smaller component, and then I put it all together. And by this, as a teamwork, we create this amazing product.
I love it. So teamwork is very important for any business owner, any entrepreneur. And of course, with your company, you've got a number of people putting the small components together to make this wonderful product for you. Let's talk a little bit about mentorship, because a lot of people who are entrepreneurs, they've heard about finding a mentor. Maybe they're a little slow to find the mentor themselves. I would imagine for someone that has been as successful as you, that you've probably had some mentors along the way. Could you tell the entrepreneurs watching the show why you think mentorship is important, and perhaps maybe a personal story about someone that's helped you along the way?
Yes. Well, mentorship is always a good thing. Again, you cannot do everything alone. And even if what you're doing is unique, meaning your project, your application again, because it could be applied to tangible and intangible things. That's why I'm talking about application. And right now, computers are very, very important for us. So if what you're doing is unique and nobody else is doing it, that does not mean that the business plan can be the same as something that is tangible and slightly different. What's changing is the idea of what you want to accomplish, but a lot of the times the business principles are the same. So finding a mentor, and not necessarily in your same area, just somebody you admire and you know what they've been doing is doing well, talk to them, listen to their stories. I think we all have different stories. And I also think that the people you may meet along your life, sometimes it's not haphazardly that you meet them. Maybe this one person you sat next to in an airplane ride turns out is somebody that works in Tesla. And for 45 minutes, you have the chance to talk about this person, about how they got into Tesla. And it's nobody in your age group. You would have never imagined at one point talking to a person like this. And there you are sharing experiences. And that 45-minute ride where you met somebody just gives you an idea of maybe this is the new path I should take. So I would say be open, not necessarily somebody in your own field. Of course, in your own field would be wonderful, but that does not always happen. So talk to your elders, grandparents. A lot of the time we don't talk enough to our grandparents, and they have incredible stories that we could learn from and apply it to our own businesses.
Citlali, I love it. And that's really a unique look where you mentioned you're on an airplane or you're sitting next to somebody and maybe they're from Tesla or let's pick any other company, and you have 45 minutes and you talk to them. In those 45 minutes, that sort of serendipitous meeting could end up becoming something amazing, spark a light in you, or maybe it sparks a light in them as well. So
Exactly.
Even those short 45-minute conversations can be a mentoring conversation for both parties involved. And that's a very unique look. And I speak to a lot of entrepreneurs, but I haven't heard that before. So that's really great, Citlali.
Exactly.
I love that. Let's talk about the product that has been recently been introduced, where you're using a little bit different mixture for the soap. And I believe you mentioned it's from the Dead Sea, from Israel. Let's show them that particular soap and tell them why you've incorporated that new ingredient into your new product.
Yes, well, I've been trying to incorporate different seaweeds and from different oceans. So because each sea has its own benefits. Some places have certain qualities. And if you know a little bit about the Dead Sea, is one of the places where the minerals are the most concentrated because it's below sea level. You can even float in those waters. And a lot of people go to the Dead Sea for the particular mineral combination and qualities that are good for your health, good for your skin. People bathe in their mud. So I thought to incorporate, since what I'm trying to do is bring the benefits of the sea to the everyday life. So I incorporated some of these Dead Sea minerals and seaweed from the Dead Sea into my soap.
I love that. And I've been to the Dead Sea, and when you go there, you do bathe yourself and put on your body a mud pack that is filled with amazing nutrients. And when you get out of the Dead Sea and you dry off, you feel absolutely amazing. I'm sure it's the same thing with your new product. And something hit me as you were speaking, Citlali, that you bring the sea benefit to your customers. And that's great.
Exactly. I love the ocean. It's probably one of the places where I find the most peace. And that's why I called my product Seabenefit. So I bring the benefits of the sea to your bathroom. And so you can use it every day.
I love it. So you bring the benefit of the sea, and it's called Seabenefit. And then after you use the Seabenefit product, you see the benefit. So it's really a great name.
Yes.
That's great. Well, listen, Citlali, it's such a pleasure to have you on the show today. When we speak to people that bring a product to market as dynamic as the Seabenefit products, it's always sort of a feather in our cap because we love learning about entrepreneurship and what people have been able to do. Your product is amazing. The reviews are incredible. People can go online and buy the product and try it for themselves. And I know that Citlali stands behind every product that she sells. So I wanted to thank you so much for coming on the show today. This has been an absolute delight.
Thank you so much. My pleasure. The pleasure is mine.